The blessing of God knows how to locate the situation you're going through in your life. So when it comes to locate a situation that it needs to heal. It does not come to listen to the words you're praying. It comes to locate a situation. When reading in the book of Matthew 5, it tells us that God blesses the poor and he realizes their need for him by giving them the kingdom of heaven. So in your hunger for God, God gives you the kingdom. And when you pray in a time of mourning, what God gives you is comfort. When you pray in a time that God is working on your life and is trying to teach you how to be humble, what God gives you is to inherit the world, inheriting the blessing of the world. When you pray for a blessing in a time of hunger and thirst for justice, when people have done something wrong into your life, what he does, he gives you satisfaction. He does not give you vengeance, but he gives you satisfaction and content. And when you ask God to be merciful to you, what he does, he shows you mercy. And when you ask God in a time of a pure heart, and your heart is so clean and pure, what he does is that he gives you what we call seeing him. He reveals himself to you. He opens your eyes and your heart to see who he really is. And when you pray for peace and you work for peace and you're in a time of peace, what God does, he makes you his child and he comforts you in that moment of peace. And when you are asking God to bless you while you're being persecuted for doing the right thing, what God blesses you is a kingdom of heaven. In most cases, we don't realize that there's a blessing of God that comes in persecution, that comes in all the evil things that they might say against you when you become a follower of God. But remember, there's a tremendous big blessing that comes upon you when you go through this, because God is destined to bless those who are capable of undergoing the shame that he was supposed to go through. When you stand in the place of God and you endure that, he is capable of coming and giving you that blessing. So do not look at yourself as a mockery. Don't look at yourself as something worthless, because the blessing of God is coming inside the situation and is going to give you something greatly that you'll laugh at, and you'll have the joy that you've never had in moments past. So as I encourage you to always stand strong, and I encourage you to fix your eyes on Jesus Christ even throughout your prayers. First, identify the situation you're having inside of heart, because you might ask for a car and God will comfort you, and then you're like, God, you didn't bless me. But the prayer located the situation that you are having, and it had to provide the current state need that your spirit wanted. Okay, so remember how to pray right, and remember how to locate inside of your hearts what is really lacking inside of you, so that when the prayer comes to answer, it answers the right place. Be blessed.